Hi, I'm Nadine Cruikshanks, and I'm so grateful to be sitting here on the BFF land in beautiful Lake Bunyonyi, place of many birds in Uganda. I came to Africa many, many years ago, 30 years ago, as a teacher for 2 years volunteering, and ever since I feel like my heart and my soul is placed somewhere in Africa. When I came here to look for spaces to bring students from Canada, I serendipitously fell upon this beautiful piece of land. And when we found out there was 3 acres of land, I phoned my husband from a dock in Canada. And I said, Joe, what do you think if we took out a loan and we purchased this piece of land, knowing that it would never come back to our family, that some way it will be gifted or benefit some community? And my husband knows me well enough to know it wasn't really a question. So that's how it started. We took out a line of credit and we purchased this 3-acre land, not knowing what it was going to be for. So we knew we had to go up into the villages and talk to people and learn about the people and learn about this land. So that is where I met all these beautiful people that you see today. So the community first told us they needed 3 things: food security, because they said the monoculture and the type of diet they have is causing many health problems, diabetes, cancers, so they need a more diversified diet. So food security was one. I researched Judith Bachira from home because I knew I didn't want to bring information from Canada. We knew it needed to be very local. So we found Judith Bachira was working with indigenous organic plants and permaculture. So I just emailed her and said, hey, I'm Nadine from Canada. What do you think? And she said, let's meet. So she came on to this land and she walked the land with us. And she said, it's perfect. It is a good place to do what the community wanted.
I'm Judith Bakiria, coming from Jinja, Eastern Uganda. I'm a full-time farmer, an agroecologist and a permaculturist, and one of the best in Africa. And I've won a BBC award because of that. I'm doing agriculture, working with nature, doing my planting like a forest. We do integrate the bananas, the fruits, the herbs, and the animals. And in that way, we are doing climate smart agriculture.
Women's empowerment was another one, gender equality. And the third one was youth empowerment, because many youth are not in schools. So they wanted some training, a vocational skills training. So my husband Joe and I were both professors in education. We've been teachers all our lives. So we knew the vocational training piece and teaching on the land was something we could understand. But food security and women's empowerment was not our field. So we had to find people in Uganda who could fill in those gaps. And so this is why you see everybody coming together today.
The Batwa is a community where everybody knows and believes that nature turned its buttocks to them, that they are cursed. They are the wretched of the earth, without understanding the dynamics of their life.
Another really important piece of my background is working with Indigenous elders in Canada. We have something called Truth and Reconciliation, where something very similar has happened with the Indigenous peoples in Canada, with what happened with Batwa. They were removed from their land, they were displaced, they were marginalized, they were put in residential schools for genocide, cultural genocide. They wanted to beat the Indian out of our Indians. Who are the Indigenous peoples of this land? And so the people here, they taught me about Batwa. And then I was just amazed to think they have 70,000 over years of accumulated knowledge of plants. And similar things are happening. They are displaced. They are marginalized. To me, they're like a circus show. Tourists go and they watch them dance. And my heart aches when I hear that. So part of this work of BFF Land is to bring cultural revitalization, to honor and acknowledge the Batwa roots, the knowledge they have around these plants, and weave it with the Kasheki knowledge and the knowledge of Judith and those who work on the land.
Today we are celebrating bringing together the Batwa people, who are the indigenous people in this area, with a wealth of knowledge in herbal medicine. We're bringing people to Bachiga, who are also the indigenous people here, and we are mixing knowledge, because I'm coming from Eastern Uganda, with the knowledge that I have.
Jaja Flasio, wamwa miaka 120 years. Ratampe nkorora. Inda kimenya ko kiba kira kinkoro. Da kinena. Kino ni kikola kiri bacheto.
Baratsekura tsesige mu kira kandi. Omwita njoka. Baratsekura kandi sekike. Njoka zazirenda kujja.
Akayaba nkine nesununu namara kukatamu ndateka amezi nkatemu mezi kanywesha umwana yankorora iraguruka
aine mbabazi movia ogwo mubazi baragweta kune kifura nembe wabo yine ekishonga mu rubaju ninga nkebi bikompo ejyabaroje mwenu baratuteye kwate kifura nembe utisite batiye osigeho wabo rakirekera urarebe yizoba rirarenga renge neri icyo kintu kiragenda ekira mu rubaju uruhigura ruratamba omukazi yaba yinenda ukateka mizo karutamu ruratuma mucyara yatunga bishadwo kuzara kandi ruratamba nenkorora rurashuba rutambe obu baraba barogire yaruta mu mezi akarunywa akashuba karwesiga ruramutambira uruhigura
And also kuhugura. It takes away bad luck.
Yes.
Uruhigura wamara kurushushuro.
Ukamara kurushushuraho akakati urakanika kome omuntu wawe yaba yaburire urakahemba uyinguze standard cheye tirugayo tiyomarayo kabiri kine wofe ebusoga bakiyite entwatwa eno mukiyita ki ekyoganyanja wofe kiyamba mukyala amaze kuzaala akifumba n'akinywa kyoza mu lubuto.
Amazina n'ibirungi Ivan ni imyaka 20 egine ndabarashana umuntu yahutara kufuna accident wagisintimanya ojibambe ahiya yahutara yakendeza ishaga kugira ngo otaje mu
waba uraterwa umutwe urateko twizi wamara kuteko twizi okwatoto ututemu watunywa umutwe gurananka guraterera kandi amayoya gago nabwo wajwa mu nyindo urakwata tubabi twatwo turiya otusito tute mu nyindo ziraterera.
Okay, trees that produce fruits where a complete ecosystem is conserved. Birds can survive here, people can come and eat something here. If you want something for a small complication, a herb, so it can be a herb garden, it can be a food forest. All these things are going to be beneficial to our people in the local community here, Kansheche village, and the surrounding areas around Lake Bunyonyi. As Rotary Club of Lake Bunyonyi, we are here to conserve nature around the lake, and we are privileged to have a very good foundation that is in line with what we do, and we are glad we shall be here to support all the activities that are going to be taking place here, skilling our people, teaching our communities around the value of having these indigenous plants, local medicine, what it does, and we have many specialists who are going to help us here. I, for myself, I have some knowledge about it. So through the club, we are willing to partner and submit our knowledge, teach people, make sure that they benefit from this.
So a big part of this work is also conservation, bringing in pollinator plants, caring for the land, caring for the water, and recognizing that we are inseparable. Without caring for the land and water, we will not care for ourselves. So today, we've mixed all the different groups. We see Batwa with youth, with women, with men, with elders, and they are reclaiming their knowledge. So they're all off, you can see, and they're recording all of the knowledge they know about this land. I could never do that. I could never imagine coming in and saying, you need to do this and this and this. You need to plant papaya. I have no idea. That would be so wrong. So we're going back to the people and the land and and inviting them into the decision making of this place. We did the big, huge circle fire as a unity. So together in unity, we're all standing together as one. I learned from the elders in my home 2 very important phrases. One is, not samat shwalowed, and it means we are one. And Tash reminded me it's like Ubuntu, the African Ubuntu. And one other one is Kashinto. And Kashinto is we are paddling together. Because in Canada, our Indigenous peoples also have dugout canoes, much the same. So I love the word Kashinto, where we're all paddling together. So today was to build that community.
It's a tree planting day, and the community is engaged in this. It's a voluntarily done activity, and it's really cherished by everyone in the community. We have different types of trees being planted today. We have fruits, we have coriandras, which are going to help us in conservation, and we are planting them at every part that we see that it can be washed away whenever it rains, because we have problems of soil erosion around Kigezi and BFF in particular. So we want to see that our soils are well conserved for the next generation, and we have planted fruits for our communities, the children, the youth who are growing up. We want them to be coming here to learn day by day and carrying back the message to their homes. And we are very grateful that we have everyone engaged in this activity. This shows us that the hearts they have to participate in this, they will carry it on to the next generation. And we hope in the next 2 years, something here will be flourishing and really an example to the rest of the other communities in the whole of Rwanda district.
Abikwatirene n'amagara getu arubaju rw'emibazi habwo kuba nashanga emibazi turakira kutanga igwariro turamariramu sente kandi imibazi eyobere ratuyaganyirwamo turi kugisiga mu kiceka cyetu ngenereza nashemerwa munonga kandi nayega imibazi mingi ngeno nayonderwa kuganyirwaho ahabwo kuba buryomwe espisi ya leta nareba ritusoborora umubazi gikiratamba.
My name is Rotarian Benjamin Mayanja. Our Rotary Club is Rotary Club of Lake Bunyonyi. They told me that day that they would be hosting the Batwa and other dignitaries around. We talked about it in our club fellowship, and we said 30th should be put aside for us to visit the BFFF, Bunyonyi Food Forest Foundation. So what do we find here? This is wonderful. For starters, in this project, I am seeing that this lady and this gentleman are tapping the endowed knowledge of this Batwa because they are extremely knowledgeable.
So today is a special day for first planting some fruits and trees and vegetables. So this is the first try we have planted, which is called sugarcane. So we are starting the project from now. As you are seeing the gathering people on, both men, women, and babies. So we are happy to start today. So that in the future we can have something from the project like food and some other income.
My name is Tinka Ann, from the Rotary Club of Lake Bunyonyi. I'm the Sergeant at Arms, and at the same time I'm the founder of Kigezi Girls Culture Foundation, which has a big interest in preserving the culture of the Bachiga girls. And our motto is that my culture, my pride. I'm very glad to be part of the delegation today to see the Bunyonyi Food Forest. It resonates well with our theme of Rotary of this year. And personally, I'm into conservation. I grew up in the community and I know some medicinal herbs personally. I'm also interested in medicinal spices. So when you come to my home, you will find rosemary, lavender, garlic chives, garlic, ginger, basil, all those herbs. And when I look around here, I see so many medicinal plants, and with the Rotary, we're going to be glad to be part of this project, to participate in any way we should be able to participate. We are very grateful.
My name is Damwesiga Tyson, and I'm a director of community relationship and pygmies marketing. I took them to see where we will have our farm gardens, and then I took them up where we will have a water reservoir tank that will be useful to irrigate our crops down. And I took them also to somewhere where we will have our demonstration garden, and actually even to the place where we have the EcoSan toilet up there. We are promoting water safety, because we'll be teaching kids how to swim here, because the research shows that averagely 60 people every year they drown here in Lake Bunyonyi, and we have 9 cases monthly of drowning of kids here at Lake Bunyonyi. But we are trying to promote that swimming skill such that we can overcome that. For more information, I can refer you to our website, which is www.bunyonyifoodforestfoundation.org.